I was with them, and my first day I kept like slipping, and I was like, well, if I just look at the glaze and like, all right, where the light shines, it's probably not where I want to. It's probably where the most dense particles are. So I'm just gonna go around that, So that's important. All to say, even if we got it perfect, we would still be disputing, how do we go faster? How do we be better? How do we continue to remain the best, right? We want to continue winning. We want to stay great. We want to go beyond that somehow. We want to pioneer, and we want to do better. And we want to make sure that we continue with at least these, amongst other variables, the idea, the very minimum, of continuing to have the neurochemistry so that our bodies can continue to evolve and go be better, and you build that resistance and immunity to whatever it is, and share these ideas. And then, everything else, family, babies, pursuit of happiness, and all that beautiful stuff, right? I think about this a lot. It's important to me, and I wanted to share it with you. And, so I'm just like, maybe, who knows? Because energy averages, and because everything's an S curve, and, because there is a high and low tide, and because we can clearly see, like the butterfly effect, kinda, it's a decent movie, by the way. If we do something now, later, there will always be some sort of influence, and you can even look at positive psychology. This is important, and, we bring that with us. So if we bring it with us, these good vibes in the future, and we hope that, this good vibe continues, and, it may appear, possibly, according to what these ideas, presumably, maybe if we're doing even better in the future, will that average kind of like that wave? Will that it will swell a little bit, like like I was saying, the density of particles. Yeah, eventually it will kind of balance out. So if we do better now, we can help the future, because they might be in some warfare. There's always something going on. There's always something. Somebody's always upset. Somebody's always trying something, So it would appear if we can help the future, possibly what's happening now may also help the past. And that's crazy to think about. Like, whoa. So you telling me for example, if I vote, that good energy might, interesting. So you're saying something I do now might significantly influence the market. Yeah, but you can't just think of something. Well, I think about moving my hand to vote. Well, that's different. Right. But if I move my arm to vote and I enjoy doing that, maybe the neurochemistry. Yeah, but, well, he said pheromones. Oh, well, kind of. It is literally like everything, all energy kind of, you can, like nanometers, color, vibrancy, energy has, I have the five senses. I'm made of energy. I'm made of stars, just like everyone else, just like the planet. And I have a soul. Does that mean my favorite feline doesn't have a soul? Because I don't understand what the meows mean? Because I don't have translate. Homie doesn't have a soul. Right. Remember, I'm made of neurons, protons, and isotopes, and electrons like the stars. But I have a soul. Yet because I can speak, or the individual who's hearing this understands me, clearly you have a soul, because we're like mirrors, kind of, right? Kinda, a little bit, right? No, not really. Maybe I don't have a soul. I have a soul though. Clearly, I have a soul. My soul's somewhere, and hopefully that soul, if I get to the next dimension, because on average we're only living like 80 years. I want to live to be like 1,040 years old, just because I think it would be dope to live as much as a 1040 form. I enjoy like the idea of symbolism and numbers and stuff like that. It's very dope to me. Very cool. But consider this, going back to the whole idea of like having a soul. What if maybe my mom's cat has a soul? I think so. I got a soul. Same neurons, same stardust. Well, Freddie, you telling me your cat has a soul, huh? Yeah. What about this door over here? Maybe. I don't know. No. Well, there is something like photosynthesis, I think, right? And chloroplast or something like that. That's the only difference between an animal cell and like a leaf cell or something like that. Is this chloroplast because it absorbs like green energy or something? It's literally one thing. It's like, oh, Wilfredo. Well, it is fact that if you shine a light on a plant, it'll kind of move towards the light. Yeah. Still doesn't have a soul. It moved in response to energy. Made of stardust. Yeah, but it doesn't talk. So the criteria means the individual must be understood by certain individual or particular individual or individual to have a soul. Clearly so, correct? See or no? Pues, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, well, Freddie, you can't. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just saying, like, consider it. I got a soul, and Ephesians 4:6 says that God is in everything, correct? So why we getting mad at people who are bisexual? I'm not bisexual. I'm not. I've been abused, but I'm not. Consider that. Shit gets me upset. Nah, it's more dissatisfied. Shit gets me dissatisfied. Words are energy too. That energy in my mind from somewhere gets onto paper or onto Wikipedia and influences somebody else. That's energy. Well, Freddie, you telling me that the word dissatisfied has a soul? No, I'm not saying that. I literally just... But consider it, though. I'm made of neurons, protons, electrons, photons, isotopes, maybe, hopefully not, because I think the isotopes are kind of bad, right? Bad because of premise. Although enough isotopes in one place, you get a compound element, and then there we go. It's sort of like resistance and immunity. Being immune. Immune is kind of like, it's just there. It's fact. 1 + 1 = 2. Resistance is like, 1 + 1 equals kinda 2. Because, human error, plus and minus, standard error, decay. We have neural decay. We got, these other, so there is a thing as number decay. I think I wrote about this. Think about it. Everything has to average somewhere.